So this video is going to be brief, but the duration of this video does not reflect the amount of time I had to put into researching it, because I had to sit there and watch multiple really long live streams, one of which was an hour, another one was a half hour, to be sure that I had all of the research and facts straight on this issue. But this is me clearing the air on the issue of Cortez Rice. A streamer named Nonstop Voices cussed me out on his stream for sharing the previous video and acted like it was rhetoric, like I was intentionally lying or something. So we're going to get into specifically why I came to the conclusions, along with many other people, that I did. And that's, just honestly just going strictly initially off of the original recording that this dimwit made. Now, to Never Stop Voice's credit, he did admit that this guy doesn't do a very good job of articulating himself, but it seems to be everybody else's fault when somebody who is an activist and a public figure and is representing their movement does something absolutely stupid. I'll let you be the judge.
Dirty with the Wright family. Like I said, justice for all stolen lives, reopen all cases. Justice for our babies. Listen, we demand transparency, man. Nothing but the best, man. We want transparency in these courtrooms, man. They did it for the Floyd trial, man. Had Court TV up in there. They got Court TV up in there in the Kenosha. They got, I ain't even gonna name the people that I know that's up in the Kenosha. In the Kenosha trial. But there's cameras in there. Yep. It's definitely cameras up in there, and there's definitely people taking pictures of the juries and everything like that. We know what's going on. So we need the same results, man. We need the same results. Justice for Dante Wright. Justice for all stolen lives. Peace and love. Love y'all.
So that was the first clip that got widely circulated, and it's part of a hour-long presentation, but I want you to pay specific attention to one major issue that is the point of contention. And he's going to try to make some excuses about it in a moment, because I got his Facebook live stream where he tries to do some damage control for this after he deleted the stream that you just watched a portion of. Basically, he put up a live stream, it was an hour long, of him and his friends protesting, and then when it didn't go so well for him because he did some really dumb things, he deleted it. Unfortunately for him, the internet never forgets. So all of that footage is still available, and I will be providing links to it in the description. But you heard what he said, and many people got the impression that what he just said was,
I ain't even gonna name the people that I know that's up in the Kenosha. In the Kenosha trial. But there's cameras in there. Yep. It's definitely cameras up in there, and there's definitely people taking pictures of the juries and everything like that. We know what's going on.
So what did he just say? I'm not even going to name the people that I know that are in the Rittenhouse courtroom, but there are people there taking pictures of the jury. That's what he said. Now, let's play the stream of him trying to explain this.
I said, I know that there's people in the courtroom at the Rittenhouse shit. I said, I know there's people. I don't say I know these people like I can't call these people. I don't fucking know them. You know what I mean? Like, clearly, I never said I fucking know them at all.
Okay, but that's not what you said. You said that you're not going to mention the people that you do know. Let's go over this again.
I ain't even gonna name the people that I know that's up in the Kenosha. In the Kenosha trial. But there's cameras in there. Yep. It's definitely cameras up in there, and there's definitely people taking pictures of the juries and everything like that. We know what's going on.
So again, that implies that you know people. You just said that I'm not going to mention the people I know, which is contradictory to what you just said on Facebook. This is why nobody trusts you. Now, Never Stop Voices claims that you were referring to his video. I looked for a TikTok for him, but could not find one. But here, you're going to say that you saw this stuff on TikTok. If that's Never Stop Voices and he has a TikTok that I'm not aware of, okay. But you didn't mention that you saw any of it on TikTok. So there's no reason for anybody to believe that. You have nobody to blame for this but yourself.
That is and I seen pictures, is because it's on TikTok. Somebody posted this shit on TikTok. So that has nothing to do with me. Again, that's somebody else, and it's not on my phone or none of that shit. Somebody showed me, like, look at this shit. And there's pictures of these people, whoever's in that courtroom, taking pictures.
Now, what Never Stop Voices claims is that you saw his video that insinuates that Richards, the defense attorney, was taking pictures of witnesses. And you were talking about pictures of jurors. I'm going to do a separate video about that later, but regardless, if that's what's going on, you never mentioned anything about seeing anything on TikTok, so as a consequence, people believe exactly what you said in the video. And exactly what you said in the video was...
I ain't even gonna name the people that I know that's up in the Kenosha trial. But there's cameras in there. Yep. It's definitely cameras up in there, and there's definitely people taking pictures of the juries and everything like that. We know what's going on.
So I hope that puts that issue to bed. You said that you knew people there. And now, on Facebook, after you delete what you said, you're saying that you didn't say that you knew anybody in there. It's just a lie. Own up to it. Take the L. Give your explanation. But do not yell and scream and call people names because you said something stupid and got in trouble. Now we're going to clarify this issue about the judge. The judge in this case is actually the judge in the Dante Wright case. And you and people where you are at are upset that she's not going to put cameras in the courtroom. I tend to prefer cameras in the courtroom too. What I do not prefer is publicly doxing judges, which is what you did several times. You gave out her address. That's doxing. She's a criminal judge. That means that she presides over cases where she has to put very dangerous people away. You have put her life in jeopardy because you're not getting what you want in the court case. I understand what you want, and I even agree with you. I do not agree with your methods, which is the same problem I've had with Black Lives Matter and Antifa all through 2020, because we, leftists specifically from Occupy, would grasp that activism is public relations. And when you do stupid shit like you did in that video, you made it easy for people to believe that you're a domestic terrorist. To intimidate or coerce a civilian population or to influence the policy of a government by intimidation or coercion. That's what you did.
When I went to the judge house, when we went to the judge house to protest, we protested the judge house. I went in the building that I was let in. That was not fucking secure. I was let in that door. And I never knocked on that lady door. I didn't scream at that lady door. I went up there to simply hear if she can hear us down there. That's why I opened the window in the hallway. I put my phone close to the shit and we can hear. Boom. That's when the damn neighbor came out and I left the fucking floor. Just like that.
Now, I will give you credit that what you just said did happen, but that's not all that happened. You did go to the window and open the window to check to see if you and your fellow protesters would be heard by the judge on the floor in which she lived. But that's not all you did. You went to her door, and you live streamed outside of her door.
Tied on her ass, we on our heels. What she think is sweet? We want cameras in the courtroom. The people deserve to know what's going on. I'm just doing some shares right quick. Why she think it's sweet, right? She think it's sweet, sweet. She think it's sweet, sweet. I don't know if this is her crib. I think this is her crib right here. We got confirmation that this is her house right here. Waiting for the gang to get up here.
Let's hear that last part again. What did you say?
Waiting for the gang to get up here.
So what do you think people, believe you mean when you say waiting for the gang to get up here. That makes it sound like you asked other people to come up there with you to this woman's door. For what? What would your purpose be to do that? It's stupid. You had no business being up there. This is all trouble you brought on yourself. That's why people are sending it to the FBI. That's why people are sending it to law enforcement. You could have accomplished everything you wanted to accomplish without going anywhere near that door. You're complaining that other people want likes or want attention or want to go viral. Okay, the whole reason you did that stunt was try to make yourself look hard. That's it. There is no practical reason for you to go to that woman's door. Now, she finds out on social media that there are people walking up to her door. What does that mean? What does that make you if you manage to scare her? To influence the policy of a government by intimidation or coercion? A fucking domestic terrorist. I know it's very difficult for people to see the perspective of the other side right now because everybody's all hyped up, and tribal to the point of stupidity. But ask yourself a question and very sincerely look inside your soul. If you were involved in a litigation, meaning, a court issue, and say a KKK member went up to your door where you live and live streamed themselves doing it, talking about he thinks it's cute, we want cameras, in the courtroom for this hearing, you wouldn't be okay with that. You'd be really fucking upset. This is so stupid. Again, this is my frustration. As a leftist who's been doing activism since Occupy, this sort of thing sends the wrong message.
She's staying 1207. She's right there.
So you claim that you meant no harm. I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. However, there's an awful lot of crazy people doing stupid things right now, and you just gave the whole world her address. Would you like it if somebody did that? Would you like it if somebody just broadcasted your address to everybody? Would that be okay? Especially when you consider what she does for a living, you're literally threatening her life. That's what's going on here. Think, man. Think before you do something like this. And don't whine and cry or yell and scream and call people racists for not liking that you did it.
The FBI lurking on my shit because y'all keep tagging the FBI like I'm just this big ass terrorist or some shit.
You went to somebody's house. You gave everybody their address. On your stream, you broadcasted her address many times. You streamed yourself outside her door, talking about how you were on her ass. You are begging to be labeled a terrorist. You brought this on yourself. I hope that you consider this in the future and reevaluate the fact that when you lie about things like saying, I didn't say I knew anybody in Kenosha, that's not going to look very good when somebody does what I just did, which is play your bullshit back to you. Thanks for listening.